The bad bitch is back in town. But it seems like she's not that bad. Like, welcome back to my channel and everything. But, like, can we just talk about Constance? Like, Constance seems like she's not that bad of a bitch when you think about it. Like, compared to whatever the Michael is. Constance is, like, you know, like, a good woman. Like, she's, like, let me take myself out of this equation because this kid is like way fucking out there and I don't want to deal with it right now. Let's just talk about American Horror Story Apocalypse episode 6 because Vivian's the only one giving tea out for free in this episode. So let's drink up, bulls. Episode 6 finds us with Madison Montgomery and Behold going to the murder house, and we find out that they make a huge ass purchase and like all the money just goes directly to the real estate agent like immediately, and he's like, I know there's some things that I need to disclose to you guys, and Madison's like, yeah, we know about the murders and everything, and you know, they're really chill. And if I was the real estate agent, I'm like, why are they so chill about this? Like, yeah, I know she said that she want like country kitchen or whatever the thing that she said, but like, how much people are really that chill about 30-something murders inside their houses? Like, not many, unless they're a little bit on the more psycho sides, like maybe like, you know, like Michael. We'll get to Michael. Okay, let's talk about Madison Montgomery and Behold walking into the murder house and seeing, you know, just nothing. Because none of the ghosts really want to show themselves to them because they have not earned their trust. But they do a spell, and the first ghost they see is the nurse. She just walks by in the background, and they're like, oh, so I guess it worked or whatever, and we just saw a ghost. Okay, so they go out in the hallway, and here's the first jump scare, I guess, of this night. Is like, oh, remember the twins or the little girls? Remember the little girls that were set on fire by their bastard ass dad? Yeah, they're still roaming the halls of this crazy ass house. So Madison and Behold followed the little girls down the stairs when Madison out of nowhere sees a red ball, and she feels like, oh yeah, a red ball, I should probably go and see what this is. And Bogart just attacks her out of nowhere. Ooh, Constance is dead, everyone, and she came to reclaim her house. She's letting everybody know that this is her effing house. Jessica Lange is back, guys. Well, at least for this episode. Side note, I kind of wish they brought back Zachary Quinto for this episode, because, like, how fun would he be? But anyway, we get to see Tate, Violet, and Ben, and also Vivien still living in the house, and Violet's still avoiding Tate. Whatever he tries to do, he's not grabbing her attention because she is so done with him, or at least so he thinks. Madison and Behold tries to talk to Constance about Michael, and she is apprehensive. She does not want to spill the tea for free. She needs Moira gone. She needs her out of that house. She is tired of seeing her face. She's tired of hearing her. She don't want anything. She don't want Moira up in that house. This is Constance's house, and that maid needs to go. So they dug and they dug and they dug up a million bones, and then they finally found Moira's, and they brought it to her, and they're like, you know, you don't have a lot of friends in here. Like, Constance does not like you. You need to go. And she's like, thank you for digging up my bones. Thank you. And she basically, she just thanked them for trying to get her out, and they're like, where do you want to be buried? And they brought her to be buried next to her mom. And then she confessed to her mom that she was the one who actually pulled the plug on her. And her mom was just glad. And because she just waited for her for so long. And she's like, I love you. Like, you're my baby. And they walk off into the smoke, which is basically, I guess they went to somewhere that's probably like heaven or something like that. I don't know. Whatever AHS version of heaven is, that's where they went. With Moira gone, Constance thinks that she needs to actually hold up her end of the bargain, and she spilled the bean on Michael, or what she knew about Michael so far, and we get to find out that Michael displayed some very extreme powers towards Constance, or in front of Constance. Like, Michael aged about a decade out of nowhere overnight. Constance, this is like right after he killed the maid, and Constance was apparently able to cover it up by saying that the maid committed suicide, which, when you think about it, like, how many people commit suicide by just cutting their own throat? Like how does that work? I don't know. Maybe Michael, or young Michael, went to bed and out of nowhere came sexy adult Cody Fern Michael. I don't know, that sounds really weird that I just call him sexy. I'm not like, he's not a child, but like, he's like a weird adult now. Like, how does that work? It's like an adult, but it's like technically still like a child's mind inside an adult. We find out that he's still like a child because when he tried to choke out Constance, and then he like realized and snapped out of it, and he asked her for some water. And I'm like, if an adult woke up and they wanted some water, they'd just go get some water. They would be like, Grandma, can I have some water? And then Constance was like, may I? I'm like, may I? I'm like, it's a can I at this point. If my kid went to bed at like 5 and he woke up at like 20, I'm sure as hell not correcting his freaking grammar. This kid is like doing whatever the hell he wants at this point. Okay, he's running the show, especially if I found him, like, if I woke up and he's trying to kill me. I mean, like, it's can right now. It's can. It's not no may. It's can. After Constance spilled the bean about Michael and the reason why she decided to commit suicide, yes, I said commit suicide. She saw that as her only option out. So she went over to the murder house and she took some pills and she drank some scotch and ended all. And she woke up to her 3 kids who died in the murder house. Yes, 3 kids. The unknown child who was born with another deformity that we never heard of. We find out it's a little girl with no eyes. Yes, Constance had 4 children. And it's a pity that Adelaide didn't get to be in the murder house. But then again, it's probably better for her because she's probably in heaven or something like that and she's not in prison. But we see the 3 kids that are still in the murder house. Tate, Bogart, and I don't remember the little girl's name. I don't think they called her name. But anyway, she came and she got Constance. She's like, it's tea time. Stop talking to these weirdo human beings who are alive. So Constance left. The story did not end there. They tried to ask Ben more about Michael because supposedly Ben have this like weird thing that he does where he has to look out the window, cry, and masturbate at the same time. But really, he really just have a problem with the crying part. He's okay with the masturbating and looking out the window part. Ben just really wanted to help Michael because he could see that there's this sweet kid underneath all like the evil devilness, and he decided that he was going to help him. He's still his son in his eyes. I'm just like, you think that's your son? I'm like, something else up. While Ben was thinking that's his son, he also, I guess other people or other ghosts in the house were talking amongst themselves, and they were telling him like, hey, Tate is your father. Tate is your father. Tate is just like, I don't want nothing to do with this evil kid. This is not my child. This is just, no, this is not me right there. And Ben tries his best. However, he was still doing little weird things here and there. But they sold the house. And there was this couple and they came in. And as soon as they came in, they're bringing in boxes. And Ben hears them scream. And what happened? Michael murdered them. Not only did Michael murder this couple, he somehow got infuriated by Ben telling him that he's better than this and he could always be better than killing people. He didn't have to kill them. And the couple wakes up and they're ghosts, and he decided that he was going to end it all for them. He completely burned them up and they're gone. He made them cease to exist. They're completely gone. They're not living as ghosts. So we know that Michael is something else. Like, he is beyond the power of anything that they've seen in a murder house. Like, he could get rid of them. Then Vivian comes in and she's like, your son needs a father and blah blah blah, and I guess I'm talking to you at this time. So she allows him to go play with her and his baby, the other twin, who's still a baby, because you can hear the baby crying in the background. And he leaves, and Vivian comes in and tells a story. And she tells a story about when it all changed for Michael, when it got so extreme that she wanted to kill him. Vivian tells the story of when Anton LaVey and two people showed up to the murder house, and those two people were Miss Mead and the actress that plays Pepper. I think her name is Naomi Grossman or something like that. Yeah, she played Pepper from season 2 and 4. Yes, season 2 and 4. Pepper, yes, the actress. She's back. She plays one of Anton LaVey's minions. So Miss Mead is actually like his right hand chick. Like, she's there. They're ride or dies. Miss Mead and the chick that plays Pepper. I don't even remember her character's name in this episode, but they're there, and she tells the story of how they came in and they're basically worshiping them, and it's so funny watching Michael at the top of the stairs. It's like a young boy or a young man just looking at people like worshiping him. It's like, who are you? Like, what is going on? And she talked about the night of the Black Mass, and what they did, they went out and they got a girl at a bus stop, and Miss Mead picked her up and she's like, oh dear, you know, blah blah blah, I could just drop you there, and she pretended to be an old British lady. And she picked up this girl, and while the girl was in the car, she saw the upside down cross, and immediately she knew something was up. Like, this isn't normal. Like, I need to get out. Like, actually, I think I'll just walk. I'm like, girl, you know you did. And she's like, really? It's a nice night for murder. She stabs her with some sort of drug. She drugs her, and she just wakes up, and Anton LaVey is standing over her along with Pepper, or the actress that plays Pepper, and Miss Mead, and they are ready to perform a ritual. And Michael is in the corner like watching, like, what's going on here? And they pull out a knife, a very large knife with like interesting shapes and shit, and they stabbed her. And Anton LaVey reached into her open body and pulled out her heart and handed it to Michael, who then proceeded to devour the heart. Kind of like this. So while Michael is eating the heart, there's this shadow on the wall, and it's obviously just satanic, because it's satanic, and it's just like, Father, I'm ready to do your work, or whatever. And Vivian's story basically ends. Like, they just worship him. Like, they just stood there and just like worship him. Like, you're my God. Like we've just like, I guess you're my devil, or oh wait, what do I say? Like, yes, we are here to do your work, and hail. You know, like, Miss Mead was ready for that hail. She was like, hail! She's ready for it. I'm just, y'all are so going to hell, and y'all so want to do that. Like, But we find out in this episode that after all of that, Vivian, she's just like, I don't want this. Like, if this, I brought him into this world, I'm gonna take him out. And she tried to murder him in the murder house. But he is like Satan's son. Like, this is not gonna happen. So he tried to burn her up like he did that couple. However, Tate wasn't gonna let that happen, and he swept right in and he saved her. Tate is a sweetheart. I'm just gonna say it, like, Tate is like so sweet, and like, I take back everything that I ever said bad about Tate, because like, now I understand that he was like living under a spell because of the house, and like, Tate, I'm sorry. I'm like so sorry. And like, Madison Montgomery saw all of that and she was like, you know what? I'm gonna help them. Like, and she sees Violet, and Violet's like crying because like she still loves Tate. And she explained it all to Madison, who showed a sweet side for some reason, and she, you know, she cast a spell and hooked them up, and now Violet can see Tate again, and she saw that Tate saved her mom's life, or saved her mom's afterlife, or whatever, and she forgives Tate, and they could get all kissy in front of the window, and Madison did something nice for someone, so now she can feel good about herself for some reason. Like, Madison needs another reason to feel good about herself. And her and Behold drives off into the next episode. Who do you think will betray who in the next episode? Is this just a betrayal that Ariel's obviously doing against the Coven, even though he technically doesn't know that Michael is like murderer in the Devil's Son and everything? Like, but is he the betrayer that they're talking about?